I'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. The one and only Mayor for Life, D.C. Councilman Marion. How are you, sir?
Fantastic. I'm doing very well.
Good, good. From the national and international, so much is happening. A lot of protests around the world. Does it surprise you?
No, it doesn't. When you have this thirst for freedom, the United States government is promoting freedom and democracy, yet we don't have it here in the nation's capital. You expect young people to rise up. Most revolutions are started by young people. And in Egypt, it just blossomed, in my view, very beautifully against a dictator of 30 years. Our dictators ought to be scared now that their population is going to rise up against that kind of totalitarian rule, which you don't expect in the western part of the world, but apparently it exists. The Middle East is in ferment. People in Iran and Iran and other places rising up, and maybe one day in this country we'll rise up against a lack of self-government here in Washington and raise our voices and our fists and our feet marching to try to get that known around the world.
Well, one more question before we get to the city here. How is this president doing? It seems as though he has the Republicans in checkmate, some would say.
Well, I think they have. The Republicans have had a resurgence. The largest number of 60 of new members since 1948 or somewhere like that, since Eisenhower days. And the Democrats ought to take that as a warning that our policies have to be more directed and not get involved in all these side issues, etc. I think the health care reform is the main issue that helped a lot of these Republicans get elected. And also, the party has to be stronger on certain issues. And we wishy-washy about it. The president, I think, is doing very well.
Well, haven't seen you here at Be More News since your very dear colleague became mayor. That's great. How's that administration coming?
Fantastic. Vince is going to be a good mayor, in fact, a great mayor, because he cares about people. His whole life has been about people, particularly the most vulnerable, those who are weak and those who needed help, the mentally retarded, welfare recipients and other people who are very vulnerable, who have great challenges to overcome. The school system is failing in some parts of the city, like my area. He's going to be a good mayor. He's going to take, he's going to make some missteps like we all do when we get started. But overall, he's done a fantastic job of attracting a lot of good people, particularly Victor Haskins from Maryland, who has a distinguished record as our deputy mayor. We just think that was a great move to do. And so I'm anxious to continue to work with him to end the confrontation and conflict that Mayor Fenton did and start with collaboration and cooperation.
Any thoughts on minority business? We always ask you about that.
Well, there's suffering here in the district. Mayor Fenton didn't give a damn about small or minority businesses, and therefore we didn't put any emphasis on it. In order for these programs to work, the mayor himself, or the president himself, the county executive himself or herself, got to be on top of it, got to push it, got to make it, as I did, from 3% to 47%. That didn't happen just because of happenstance. It happened because I put a lot of energy and a lot of effort in.
Good deal. Well, thank you for your time. We know you're busy. The one and only Mayor for Life, Marion. Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.